Take 8. Hey, uh, I'm Josiah, and 3 weeks ago, I turned 22. Well, I told myself I wouldn't think too much about this, and so the byproduct of that is that this might not be very well thought out. But that's okay. 3 weeks ago, I turned 22, and I have had some time to reflect on things recently. I was overseas on a trip for about 2 weeks, and during that time I had some moments to just reflect and really think through things. I'm at a season in my life where I really was just evaluating, just kind of praying through like what's next. And I do want to apologize. It's a little windy, and I don't have a personal mic yet, so my audio might be just slightly muffled. So I'm gonna try and speak really clearly, really loudly, so that y'all can hear me well. Like a few days after my birthday, right as I was getting ready to leave on this trip, I was going to the Dominican Republic, and a couple days after, just in the time frame around my birthday, I was really stressed and was just thinking about a lot of things and really trying to sort through stuff. And one of the things that I realized is I have a huge desire to create things, to bless other people, and ultimately, hopefully, to bring glory to God. And I haven't done that well. And so I was reflecting in bed one night. I couldn't sleep, and I was up, and I just started writing down ideas. And I just started writing down like things that the Lord's been putting on my heart, and just things that I would like to create for other people. As I was reflecting that night, I realized I have a huge fear of failure. And, you know, I'm fine sharing that with all of y'all, because I bet a lot of you do too. I think one of the things that keeps us from being truly great at something is the fear of failing. And the reason that is because people that become truly great fail hundreds, if not thousands of times. And they mess up a lot. And every time that they do, they view it as a learning opportunity. That is not a failure, that's an opportunity. And I've struggled to view it that way a lot. And so what I end up doing is I don't do things where I could fail. In my last video that I posted on this channel, posted about 2 years ago, and it kind of spoke directly to this. But then here's what happened. Is I realized I don't like to fail, but here's the thing: when you fear failing so badly that it causes you to not do something that you love, that's a failure. And that's real failure, because you haven't learned anything from it, because you've never tried anything. And so as I was laying in bed that night, I told myself, I'm like, okay, when I get back from this trip, I am gonna commit to it, and I'm gonna show up, and I'm gonna create videos. And these videos won't be perfect. they're not going to be the most polished. They're not going to be everything that I wish they were, to be honest with you. I have a lot of learning to do in the art of creating, and really just how to create things to bless others. But consistency is important, and this is something I'm learning just in life in general, that there's a beauty and a character in showing up, even in mundane, even in the boring, that showing up even when you don't feel like it builds character, and that's the mark of someone of great character, is that they're gonna commit even when they're not feeling it. So for this channel, I want to commit, and I want to show up. We're starting from square one, and honestly, I'm excited about that. Right now, I'm in my treehouse in my backyard, and it's currently the morning, or maybe early afternoon of the 4th of July. And so I had a little time this morning to just think and just say, hey, I'm gonna hit record, and I'm gonna upload this, and we'll just see where it goes. It won't be the most amazing thing. It won't be anything earth shattering, but it's the start of something new, and so I hope you'll join me. About 10 days, 2 weeks ago, something like that, I was at a river in the Dominican Republic, and some of my team was they were jumping off this rock into the river, and a year ago, 2 years ago, I never ever would have seen myself doing that. But I got up on the rock, and I realized when I was up there, I didn't have this fear that I thought I would have, that I so totally would have had a year ago, 2 years, 3 years. Like, it wouldn't have even been a question if I was doing it. But I got up there, and I walked up to the edge, and I looked off, and I didn't feel scared. And I was like, whoa, this is weird. Like, what is this feeling? And in that moment, I jumped, and I jumped off, and I landed in the river just fine. It was like a huge rush of adrenaline, and I loved it. Right after that, I went up again for a second time, and the second time, something happened that really changed my perspective on things. I had my watch on my wrist, and I walked up to the edge and said, all right, let's go. And I jumped in, I full sent, and my watch came off in the river, and that pal did not return. And so he's at home now in the bottom of a river in the Dominican Republic. What I learned in that moment, I really didn't learn until I went up for a third time. And after I kind of realized, okay, the watch isn't coming back. I went up again for a third time, and the third time I went up and I looked over the edge, and suddenly I felt nervous, and I was like, this is weird, like why am I feeling nervous? And I realized in that moment that I was scared because there was a risk there, and I had a decision to make in that moment, that I could either pull back, or pull back and just say, you know what, it's too much risk for me. It's not worth it. It's risky. I could lose things. I don't wanna take that chance. And I could climb back down the rock, and it'd be a little embarrassing, but it's whatever. Or I could say, no, I commit. Regardless of the risk, I'm gonna commit, and I'm gonna take the leap, and I'm gonna jump fully in regardless of the risk. And I'm gonna commit to showing up even when I'm scared. And as I stood on the edge of that rock and looked down, I told myself, no, we're going all in. And so I wanted to share that with you guys. I think this is a good challenge to go all in. If you're a young person looking to grow, to do hard things, this is the channel for you. I'm really passionate about just seeing young adults, young people in general, and just really our whole generation grow and do hard things and seek discomfort. I want to challenge you all this week to take the leap, to say, no, I refuse to go with the norm. I refuse to go with the flow. That I will do hard things, and I will push ahead, even when it's risky, even when it could cost you something. And so, if you're someone who that resonates with, then stick around for the channel. I'm so excited for the future of this channel. I don't know exactly what will come in the future, and so if you follow me, you may get a whole mix of a whole bunch of things, and some of them might be complete fails, and that's okay. That's kind of the point. The point isn't to fail, but the point is to grow from failing, and to learn by failing well. Failure is not a failure if you grow from it. And so, Thomas Edison once said that, after it took him 1,000 times to create the light bulb, they said basically, what was it like to fail so much? He failed so often, and he said, I didn't. I'm paraphrasing. I'm butchering this, but he said basically, I didn't fail. I invented 1,000 ways how not to create a light bulb. And so maybe you need to hear that this week. I don't know. If you follow this channel, you're gonna get a whole mix of things, and hopefully it will bless you and encourage you and challenge you to take the leap, to go all in, and to push yourself. I wanted to close with something that really struck me. It was that same day of taking that leap off that rock. I found this verse. It was a verse from the book of Ruth in the Bible, and Ruth is this story about is this mother and her daughter-in-law that, like, she loses her whole family basically. And at the start of the story, she tells her daughter-in-law, like, go back to your homeland, like find new people and like restart. And her daughter-in-law Ruth says to her mother-in-law Naomi, she says, where you go, I'll go, and where you stay, I'll stay. And I love that. And it's in a different context. But I think that's the kind of life that we're called to live. That every day we're to just live the kind of life that says to the Lord, like, yes, okay, where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. Like, anywhere He leads, we will follow. Let us be the generation that says, where you go, I'll go, and where you stay, I'll stay. Like, yes, Lord, wherever you want us, we will go. And so, welcome to my channel. This is Square One. This is kind of episode 1 of a whole new thing. I hope that this channel can be a blessing and a challenge to you in the days and weeks and hopefully months to come. See ya. All right.